important for you to understand. The second thing is free gift of nature. We cannot buy land. We cannot buy it from nature. Who is the owner? Nature is the owner. And we cannot buy land from owner. That's a nature. We buy from man. That is a transaction takes place. But ultimately that man also does not give any money to the nature. So if you reach to the ground level or the root level, you will find that it is a free gift of nature. Nature has produced it, nature has made it, and we cannot buy it from nature. So land is a free gift of nature, which is a natural resource. These are two important factors you must mention while defining land. So a simple in your board examination also, you will be asked what is land for 2 marks, and these two important factors if you mention, then that should be enough. That should suffice. Free gift of nature and the natural resource. These two important points regarding land is a must. Now, there are few concepts, there are few elements that is very, very important for you to understand when we talk of land. What does land mean? Land does not merely mean the land surface. Whatever you see, that is not, the concept of land is not restricted to that. Land does not mean simply the surface of the earth. In economics, you should try to understand it from two different perspectives. The first is dictionary meaning, or you can also say the word, the meaning of the topic land in our day-to-day life. How do we use it, and what is its meaning, or what is its significance in this subject. Land is not confined. Land is a broad concept in economics. Land is not restricted merely to the surface of the earth. It means whatever is above it and under it as well. When I say above it, that means the forest, mountain, hills, these all comes into the category of land. And under the surface, whatever is there, that also is categorized into land. Like under the surface, what we have are the minerals. So many different kind of minerals, very precious and important minerals we find. The crude oil, petroleum, all these things which you find under the surface. These all also come under the concept of land. So land means surface, whatever is above it and whatever is under it. So together, we in economics, we call it land. So these are important concepts for you to understand. For understanding, this is very important. For definition, these two things are very important. Free gift of nature and the natural resource. These two things are very important to define. Maximum will be 2 marks if you are asked to define it. Now, in your book you will find point number 4.3.2. This is regarding the characteristics of land. What are the characteristics of land? Characteristics means nature. How does it look like? What does it do? What is it made up of? Okay. What is it capable of? Those all are called characteristics. So land, I don't think there is anybody who has not seen land. You can use your general knowledge and some of the points on your own you can define. Okay. So in short, we are going to, just a few points I'll give you on the characteristics of land, and that should suffice. That should be enough on your own. From your understanding, in your own words, you can write the characteristics. The first characteristics of land is relatively fixed supply. Relatively fixed supply means the supply of land is fixed, and who has fixed is nature. The population of the world is increasing. On the basis of that, the extent of the land available with us cannot be stressed. It cannot be reduced. Land is fixed. You cannot destroy. In Japan, bombs were dropped. Land was still there. Land cannot be destroyed. I mean, fertility can be destroyed. The structure, the form can be changed, but land itself cannot be destroyed. It can neither be stressed nor can land be compressed. So the supply of land is fixed, and it is fixed by nature. Depending on our requirement, The supply of land can neither be increased nor can it be decreased. That is the first point. Supply of land is fixed, relatively fixed supply. Next one is the free gift of nature. Already I told you. We may, in our day-to-day life, we buy the land, we sell the land. But actually, that is only transferring of land from one person to another person. Actually, we are not buying and selling to the owner or from the owner. Actual owner is nature. Land belongs to the nature. You may die and you may go. Land will not die, land will not go anywhere. Land will remain. Right from the day this earth was created, land was there, is there, and will remain there. And the real owner of the land is nature. We can never buy land or sell it or buy it to the nature or from the nature. Then what do we do in our day-to-day life is, we simply transfer the land. Actual buying and selling doesn't take place. We only transfer the land. It goes from one person, the ownership transfers from one person to another person, but actually the transfer or the buying or the purchasing or the selling does not take place with the real owner called nature. So it's a free gift of nature. You may go to a forest, you may clear a small plot of land and you may start raising crops. So long it does not disturb anybody, nobody will come to object. That means if you have understanding with the nature, then the land is yours. And remember the first man who purchased the land. From where did he purchase? He simply possessed. He did not purchase. So land is a free gift of nature. We cannot buy nor can we sell. Next is the immobility. Mobility means movement, and the land is immobile. Immobile means land cannot move. You may move, you may leave a place and go elsewhere, but you have to leave behind your land. That's the reason why homes cannot be shifted from one place to another place. Excuse me. So land is immobile. It cannot be taken from one place to another place. It cannot be shifted from one place to another place. So that is the concept of immobility of the land. Land is immobile. The next is no control on location of land. No control on location on land means you cannot change the location of the land. You have to change yourself. If your suitable land is there on that hill, then you have to go there if you want to use that land. The land cannot be brought here. You have no control over the land, and you cannot make land a land of your choice. If a land is not suitable for the construction of building, then you cannot construct a building. You have to use land on the basis of what it is suitable for. If a land is suitable for the growth of paddy, it may not be suitable for raising wheat or tea. Okay, so you have no control over land. You have to use the land on the basis of what it is suitable for. You cannot use the land on the basis of what you require, what you need, but you should use the land on the basis of what it is suitable or it is good for. That means you have no control over land. Next is the heterogeneity. Heterogeneity means default. I am writing only default. No two piece of land is homogeneous. Homogeneous means same in every respect, and heterogeneous means different. Every piece of land is different.